We are live, guys, and we're back. It was a hell of a week. Um, we want to say tonight we're going to talk about the 300 blackout. And I know you bunch of you guys got the 300 blackout, so be prepared to jump into the conversation. And we'll see you when we get back. All right, we're live, and we got a few folks over there on IG. You guys on IG, don't forget you want to watch a full production of the show. Please come over to YouTube, the Two Alphas Talk, or go to Rumble, and you can see the full production of the show. And are we live?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's I'm doing the check now. I was
And
checking out.
see the full production of the show and go from there. I didn't hear no music, that's why. Okay.
We're good to go.
And watch the full show. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Twitch.
Rumble.
We are live on the mighty goddamn Rumble. And also we're live on Instagram too, guys. We got it going tonight. And soon we'll be live on Al's Instagram too. Hey Al, can you post the link in the Instagram chat for me?
Yep.
And Reggie, my man, you finally caught it. You see us live. You've been working like a dog. I've been watching you, and thank you for supporting the show. WK, thank you for supporting the show. I need to pull up my Rumble channel here real quick and see what's going on. Also, too, you guys, if you guys are watching the show right now on Rumble or YouTube, please like and share the show. It helps us in the algo, and we have a huge supporting group that's in Rumble, and you guys are watching the show like crazy. We really enjoy you guys watching the show, and live even. We got a huge number watching the show live on Rumble, and we just want everybody to do the same thing on YouTube. YouTube is suppressing the channel, and they're trying to do everything they can to shut it down. And screw you, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're probably doing it, because I keep talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So before we go any farther, let's go ahead and thank our sponsors. And it is so much we have to do in the background when we go on here. Type in saberteamtactical.com. And before we do that, Al's got something he want to talk about real quick.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Right to Bear, and I got a little bit more inspiration this past Friday dealing with Right to Bear. They sent 2 representatives out. Michelle is our main representative, main contact, and we met another gentleman named Marshall. And if you get an opportunity, go to Right to Bear, look either one of those up, and they're very dynamic in reference not only to their product, Right to Bear, it's a business, but also the Second Amendment, and talking to them and listening to real-time stories, what they have encountered from the customers that they work with, their clients, as well as Marshall's life experience. I think he was a colonel or something, full bird in Air Force or one of the military branch. I think it's Air Force. Very dynamic speaker, man. I mean, I talk a lot, and me and that guy was going back and forth. He was a good guy. Had a lot of anecdotes and experiences, not only from himself because he's an older guy, but also from people he's reached out to. And these two have been working together. He said over 15 years. They were at another company selling similar product. I won't say all the names because they don't like getting that competition with it. But they left because they saw that this product was better. And as I keep telling people, as I encounter you guys, everybody that knows me and meets me outside, I ask you if you have protection plan. And one of the things they say, it's the best. And I'm telling you, do the research. And if you can find it and it's different, send me a link and let me see something that's better than what these guys. And I'm not talking about equal to, but better. And it says some of them that are close, but these guys, hands down. And if you do the full research and you find out who's backing them, you'll really be surprised.
Go ahead and say it.
Oh, you would. You want me to say it? They
Yeah,
need to
say
give you
it.
a
Say
damn
who's
product
backing
code.
them. Say who's backing them. And that
PSA is backing them 100%. And when I say 100%, they have in their conversation they said that PSA for any person that gets involved, the PSA is coming back to having your back 100% as well as these guys. They hired a firm, and of course I forgot the name of it, but the firm that they hired, you can look it up as well, that actually does the litigation and negotiations prior to litigations for you, top notch. And not one of the top law firm in the country. And I was like, okay. And I'm listening to them, but at the same time, I'm typing in my phone and look it up and see what they're talking about. Yeah, when it comes to self-defense, defense in court, these guys are primo. So you can look it up. Like I said, I tell everybody, do the research and then call me back. And remember, use the product code SABRE, save you some money.
Yep. And with that, go ahead and click on classes. I still haven't changed that yet now. So
I think you did.
No, I did.
For 21st?
Oh, yeah, I've changed that. Yeah, 21st is fixed. I'm talking about move the class dates around. Yeah.
Okay. No problem. I can juggle it.
Okay.
So, pause before you.
what are you thinking about? Juggling what?
Huh? Yeah, exactly. As soon as I said it, I said, damn, wide open. All right. Our one-on-one classes, we bring you out. We have an assessment that we all three of us do. And when you go through the assessment, we can get a gauge of where you are, and we start from there. So we treat every adult as an adult. We don't berate you and make you go through our 101 or our 100 class before you can take a 102 class. If you have been working on your own and you've been diligent and you come out and you show proficiency, we can go to 103. We can take it to the top level. We could push you the same way we push each other when we go to practice. So we're not going to push we came out here for basics, so we're going to teach you basic now. And you'll see in many classes and many other companies, if you don't take 101, you can't take 102, you can't take 103. You got one progression, and they have to see or they do that. So what we've done, and I'm sure after somebody else hears this, we're going to start seeing other people do the same thing because we've seen it already with the 101. But what we do is we make an assessment, and we can judge where you are as far as your progression in firearms, and then we move from there. So we meet you at the level that you're on, and we try to push you up and give you all the resources that you need in order to get up. Next, after that, any of the titles that you see here, including the classes that have schedules, we can bring that out for you as an individual or for a small group. You just let us know, and we have it. Because we have pretty much like a 5-person minimum per instructor. So if you have like 8 people, we're going to probably need 2 people so we can keep an eye on everybody and make sure everybody's safe. And if you scroll up, let me get that one, and then I'll come back to that. Yep. So our first class of the year is going to be July 14th, and that's a rifle and PCC class. My man upstairs, he's going to go ahead and, well, not all the way upstairs, but the one right above me.
Yeah, you talking about God coming down?
There you go. God's going to come down.
I didn't know God carried an AK.
Whoa. Well, he probably got one of them MK.
Oh, he's got 300 blackout suppressed.
Oh, geez, I'm sure. Unsuppressed, yeah. So the rifle and PCC class will teach you how to run your long gun or pistol quickly, efficiently, and very accurate. I've seen the guy, you come out and see him, and then you tell me what you think. And then we go back down a little bit down. And then the next class is August 25th, and that's going to be the Concealed Carry Stop the Bleed class. All of our Stop the Bleed, all of our medical triage classes are excellent classes, not necessarily for you getting a gunshot, but for you to be able to triage any wound and keep people from going into shock, whether it's yourself or a loved one or somebody you decide to get involved with. If you decide to intervene in a situation or you see somebody hurt and you decided, we want you to be able to be helpful instead of making more of a mess. All right? Back up. Down, down. All right. So then we're going to go to the next one is the Stop the Bleed class again. And that one is with a rifle and battle class. That means you're working within a group. Strangers sometimes you can bring your friends. It's either way you want to do it. But we now teach you how to move and get people to safety and how to triage them and treat them for whatever wounds they have. And that's a really good class because I'm telling you, we have people who tell you, if you look at the picture that's on the thumbnail for that particular class, you'll see it's smoke. Many people, and I'm telling you, I don't know, unless you're in the military and law enforcement or you run with a group of guys and doing airsoft or something, you never get to shoot through smoke. I mean, that's not something most people have access to. We do that, and we get it to a heightened level so that you have to concentrate, pay attention, and remember what you were taught, and let your training come out. And we've seen it. We've seen people who've never done any of this stuff at all and become the leader of the class. Remember your buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. Huh?
You
Pause
found
for
it.
that too. So
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
people who you would not believe will get motivated and charge right to the head and take control, and it was amazing. It's a good thing to see, no matter what their political beliefs are. So anyway, the next one in the grand finale of the year will be the Rifle and Tactical Gear class, and that's on November 3rd. That's an intermediate and above class, and that's the only one that we actually have a restriction on, and that's because you have to be able to run your rifle and your pistol with no assistance whatsoever. You have to be confident and competent and able to fix anything. So if that gun goes down, you can get it back up. That's it. Simple as that. Then after that, you have to be able to listen. You have to be able to listen and then follow directions. So it's a very, a lot of skills being taught and a lot of skills being learned. So it's sometimes it's overwhelming. And I've had guys in there in tremendous shape come out, wore out. When man goes back into G.I. Joe mode, he wear you out. And the more he sees that you still have energy, the more he's going to amp it up. So if you bring some hard charges in there, I guarantee you get a good day's work.
Yeah. You're gonna enjoy the class.
I see it in you. I see it in you.
Yeah. Everybody who's taking that class has enjoyed it 100%. So and,
I watch your face and I'm like, this dude is enjoying this. And you're talking about, what time is it? And it's only 11. And they're like, what you looking at your clock for? Oh, no, I just want to see what time it is. You're not leaving until 4. Oh, yeah, I know that. Yeah. Yep. So it's a good class, man.
And don't forget, guys.
Oh, yeah. The meet and greet, April 21st. We'll be out at South River Gun Club, and it only costs you $30. Bring your rifle, and what's that number? We got 300? Did you say 300? Bring your rifle and some ammo.
I think it's 300 rounds. Yeah. Yep. 300 rounds.
Bring your rifle and some ammo. We're going to have some course of fire. We'll do some drills, and you'll have a great time. If you've never shot before and you have a rifle, bring that, and we'll work with you.
We're not going to run those rifles like rifles. We're going to run them like pistols. Right. So be prepared. Don't be prepared for that. Just suck up what I'm going to show you.
Right.
You know
and push yourself. Right.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity to experience Saber Team Tactical for $30. Right. We can't help ourselves. I mean, seriously. We get out there and we keep saying, all right, this is just, you make sure everybody's safe. Okay, you want to make sure that you get, and we start coaching. So you come out and we work with you. We have a great time. We enjoy doing it, and we've always had a good time. We've had 15, 16 people last time.
Yeah,
and one brand new, like the dude.
This is the third meet and greet.
Yeah. We had that guy that just bought the gun. He just bought. And never shot it. Never shot it. He had a box of ammo and a holster from I don't know where. And he's a good guy. Mike's. He's a good guy. I worked with him. I told him he got to get a better holster, but it was good enough. It was a pouch. It wasn't even a holster. It was a pouch.
Uncle Mike.
I call those pouches. But
we got him to
very
shoot.
Safe. He was a little bit nervous at first, and Uncle Al worked with him, which made me nervous. So I was like, oh shit, this guy ain't never coming back. But
I tone it down with new people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the ones who are hard-headed and think they know it all is the ones I amp it up with.
Right.
You know, and I can always tell the ones who think they know it all when they come right up to the line. You know what I'm saying?
Even the ones that don't have that attitude, but then their response is they know it all. You remember that? Because we got 2 guys that had their toes coming off the ground. Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about, right?
There's a rule in the classes. It's called Al renamed it called the hand of God.
Exactly. So when I see that, I realize, and I get closer to him so that we don't have another lawsuit on the opposite end. Right. So like, and then we got an Omar that we got to keep.
Right. But I give the hand of God speech in the safety briefing from now on. So
yeah. And it works because it's necessary. It's necessary.
Yes.
We're not trying to have any instances we've been, catastrophic free for all this time, and we'll stay that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So go to the top and go to Laser Engraving. Got a video there. Also got some of the works I've done: plaques, dog tags, magazines, leather patches, novelty items, mirrors. You got anything you want done? Hit me up. I could do plaques for retirement, schools, anything for you guys that's in reason, and we can talk about it, work it out. And I got a couple of shows that's coming up, and I think 2-day show coming up in April at Jim Miller Park in Cobb County. Yeah, it's going to be a huge show. All righty, so let's get back to the topic at hand. I think we got some chats too. Somebody was chatting. Oh, 702, what's up, my man? How you doing? Appreciate you coming over to watch the show. So, the best rifle round for citizens. So, I'm going to say the best rifle round for citizens has been 5.56 because it's a NATO round, readily available. It used to be at a low price, but now it's at an extremely high price. You used to be able to get 5.56 for, was it $250, $60 a case for 1,000 rounds?
Yeah.
And now it's almost $600 for a 1,000 round box of 5.56. So a lot of people have been going over to 223 and 5.56. 223 and 5.56. Yeah, if your rifle is rated as a 5.56, you can shoot 223. But you guys are shooting 2.2. If you have a rifle that's rated for 223, do not shoot 5.56 in it because it may not get you now, but down the road you will have a catastrophic failure. It puts a lot of stress on those barrels, and they're not designed for that extra pressure.
Right.
So, if you can find. And the funny part, they're pricing 223 and 5.56 almost at the same price now.
They are. It's like literally like $1 difference.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. You're not going to save much.
It's the same price as 7.6239.
Mm-hmm.
They're all in, for the most part, they're all the same price. So it's
they're
hard to make it. You make a decision. You're not getting any bargain. Like when you were saying just now, $250 a roundabout for 1,000 rounds of 223 5.56 used to be $189 for 720 rounds of 7.6239. It was a cheap round, so you buy that and you can just blow through it. But now they're both the same. You're making decisions like which one do I do?
And you can't really find any 7.62.
It's hard.
39. The lowest I found it was 47 cents a round.
No steel. Majority of it's brass. And
they're
going to charge you a premium for that.
And you got to be careful running brass through AKs.
There you go. See,
because those AKs feed so hard on that feed ramp. They bend those that's why they run steel, because they don't bend going up on that feed ramp. Brass will get a dent and bend. Next thing you know, you got a jam inside your breech.
Right.
So now for the ARs, 7.62 ARs. Shoot brass in those. I wouldn't shoot steel case. You know what I'm saying? And he's got the 223 Wiley and
Wild,
and the
shoot 5.56.
Yeah. It's always a couple seconds to catch up.
And then there's a Wildcat, wasn't it? Isn't it a Wildcat one?
No, you think it's 22? Are you? There's a 5.56 Wildcat.
No, there's some other
223 Wildcat.
There's another one like that allows you to do with W.
Oh, you're talking about the I think that was way back in the 80s or something. Yeah. Because remember, 5.56 wasn't available to us a lot.
Right.
And in the 80s, you can only get 2.
Mike, I'm giving a quick out for Mike on the Instagram, and he says he just picked up some ammo today. Good job.
Oh, okay.
How
you doing, Mike?
Buy as much as you can.
Yep. Get it while you can, because speaking of that, I want to pivot a little bit, and we're going to come back. But I just want to say, you guys pay attention to what's going on in the Middle East. We just had 4 soldiers got killed today, and we got issues where our state of Texas is challenging the federal government, and so we're not looking good.
25 other states,
along with 25 other states. So, and now it's a lot happening in the world and the United States. So get your food at home, get your ammunition. You better buy it now, because if anything happens in this country or overseas and they declare war in Iran, because they're talking about hitting Iran right now and in the inner sanctum of the country.
right.
And if they hit them strategic targets and Iran going to try to buck up and go toe to toe with the United States, which they're going to lose, but everything's going to go up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And that's what Mike said. Also, his second comment is good brothers. Thank you, Mike, for that. And then also ammo prices going up, and it's
There it
real
is.
soon. Yeah,
Yep.
because we've heard that WK has a damn near direct line to a lot of information.
And Mike too.
He
Mike
mentioned that.
knows.
Mike. I'm about to bring them all in. And then
Yeah.
the two of us. The things that we read and people have sent us all lead back to this month and the first quarter. Prices going up. What's the one? Vista. They already said it. They already put
Vista.
an email to all their dealers.
Yeah.
They're not hiding anything. They're not going to slyly do it. They're just going to tell you.
Right.
Whether it's cost of living or they just cost of greed. It doesn't
Right.
matter. It's theirs, and that's the amount of money they want for it.
It's going to be worse than COVID prices. So, yeah.
So that's why you got to pay attention to those things. But it leads into what we're talking about. So
Right.
if you have a 300 blackout rifle and the ammunition already, even if it's standard ammo, you're already going to pay for it, right? You're paying higher prices for it.
No.
I see a lot of guys.
No.
Are you telling me that 300 blackout is cheaper than 5.56?
Yes. Right now. Let me
Okay,
pull-
and I'm not talking about from what's up, P3? I'm not talking
I'm
about
going to pull him up.
from
What's up, P3? I just pulled him up real quick. Yeah. Oh, you did it too.
I'm trying to help you out. I know you got a lot
Go
of
ahead
stuff
and pull
going
him
on
up.
over there.
I'm pulling up.
My bro.
I'm pulling up my.
I know you got a lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to give you a hand. Every damn week.
So, 300 blackout, and my favorite place is Palmetto. I always check there first.
Stop.
And
because there you can't. That's an anomaly. What is it? AAA.
Okay. I'll go to gundeals.com then.
Right.
Okay.
But I'm still saying, tell me what you think when it comes to ammo.
What's that?
If 300 blackout across the board is cheaper than 5.56 or 2.23.
I paid some premium prices for 300 blackout. I got 800 rounds, and they were less than 47 cents a round.
Right.
Yeah. So from when I bought mine, yes. I don't know about
you said the talk of the town. 300 blackout was the talk of the show. Mike said that all his friends that went to SHOT Show say that it was the talk of the show, and that's the kind of, thank you, Mike. That's what I'm kind of leading to. Is not only from watching and listening to the videos of guys reporting back from SHOT Show, but also people locally who ask me questions about different rifles and their setups. And so we didn't even get into the ballistic part of it, and we will in the future. I got it written down in this show. But right now, I'm asking: is 300 blackout worth buying more than 5.56, 2.23?
Here's the problem.
Go ahead.
300 blackout. If you want to get some 300 blackout right now, you got to get it now, today, this week. And everybody's saying it's the talk of the town. And once this 5.56 completely dry up, what is coming, 300 blackout is going to be the next in the chopping block. And guess what's going to happen? The price is going to double. Because they're going to see that the people are going to come in and start buying 300 blackout, and if it is cheap, they're gonna raise the prices of it. It's going to happen. Right. So, like I said, if you're going to get it and you think it's God's man secret right now, you need to buy it. Don't play around. It's nothing to even be talking about right now. Because right now, 300 blackout is going from $15 to $14.99 a box. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it's about $1 per box more than 5.56 on average. It's never your savings.
5.56 is going from 5.56 is going per box on average. A lot of places at $24 a box, $14 to $24 a box unless you can find a great deal and find
I'm
it
about
on
to say,
sale.
if you find it $14, bro, buy it, because I'm seeing in the high 18 to $20, and I'm not talking
Now
about. They
you
don't
can
have no price
still
in bulk.
you can still order it online for $9.99. That's what's happening is Green Tip is being sold for 50 cents a round.
Mm.
It went from 47 cents to 50 cents a round. Okay, so you can still buy Green Tip. Green Tip, they have a bunch of it out there. PMC, it's all over the place. Nobody's buying Green Tip because people don't understand what Green Tip is. You know what I'm saying? They're only buying the regular ball ammunition. Now, Federal ammunition is 80 cents a round. That's a federal law enforcement ammunition.
Right.
You know, so that's expensive. You know what I'm saying?
But imagine
All
if
right.
you have a suppressor,
Now,
it probably doesn't count for you. But I'm talking about people who don't have suppressors that buy 300, have no intention or plans to buy a suppressor.
let's get this straight.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a 300 blackout, you don't need subsonic rounds
There
if
we
you
go.
don't have a
There you see,
suppressor.
you playing chess now. There you go.
Yeah, let me put
Right.
that out there. Make that clear. You only need subsonic rounds if you have a suppressor. And the reason being, it has something to do with the DB. The higher the round shoot and the more efficiency it shoots with the feet per second, the quieter it becomes because the can is actually rated at a higher level than it is with regular ball ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. WK said it would happen during COVID. Will happen again very soon. Yeah, I think it's gonna happen this summer. Well, it's gonna COVID is gonna happen this summer, but we're about to see this happen next month. So Mike said ammo prices are going up on Instagram, and he said you're right. 5.56 is like $14.99 today, and Green Tip is cheaper. So
weird.
get you some green. I know
62 grain over
Green Tip used to be more expensive than ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But at this rate right now, Green Tip is cheaper. So if you guys, Green Tip is armor piercing rounds, steel core. So if you guys want to go out and get you some Green Tip right now, you better buy it by the cases and get it now. You know, before the prices go up. And it's
So
a
I'm
few
looking at a
places.
price right now.
Oh, it's a few places still got
300.
free shipping.
Back to 300,
Yeah.
300 blackout, and they're 20 rounds for $17.99, 90 cents per round.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm telling you that yeah. Let me see my favorite guy.
Oh, you're saying 90 cents a round? I didn't pay 90 cents a round.
I hope not.
No, I know I didn't.
It just take a little effort. You don't even gotta do nothing.
But see, I bought my ammunition from PSA when they had a sale.
That's why I said that's an anomaly, because
Right.
you
I
know,
can't base my stuff on PSA.
and some of the people that we've been in contact and have conversation with recently, they've told us that in reference to PSA's, what are they going? They're making
Hold on. PSA just jumped their ammunition up to 70 cents a round.
See.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
if
So
you
I'm
get-
glad I got 800 rounds when I did.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tula. They're selling Tula brand 300 is 57.3 cents a round.
Mm-hmm.
And they're selling 120 rounds for $68.75. And then there's another one for 57 cents. Let me see when I get the brass.
Mike's on Instagram saying he's trying to get 1,000 rounds.
So that
He
first
said
one I
it's
just said
coming.
was steel. The second
Right.
one is 150 rounds. Yep, 150 grains. It doesn't say how many rounds in this.
You guys
200
online.
rounds for $114, bro. That's 57 cents a round, and that's brass. And that's Ammo Incorporated, which is probably one of the cheaper brands that you can probably get away with.
But it's not free shipping.
No free shipping.
Go to Bernelli. That's
a good one.
BERELI. Benelli.com. They have free shipping for all ammunition, guys. And they have some pretty good prices.
Yep.
Especially if you buy per thousand or if you get like 50 boxes of each.
And one
I
of the
only
best
buy in
things
bulk.
is to make sure that you do the research before you buy, because a
You
lot of
always want
people
free shipping. Free
free
shipping.
shipping, and don't be afraid of ordering ammunition online. And I
Yeah.
mean, even if it's 1,000 rounds, a lot of people think new folks I'm talking to, 1,000 rounds is not a lot of ammo. You're not going to be getting a knock on your door. You'll be
No.
fine. You'll be
Not
fine.
unless you live in California.
Well, I'm not talking to them.
Then you're gonna
I'm
get two
sorry.
knocks
Until
on
you
your door.
escape,
One from the
until you escape,
sheriff's
we can't help
and
you.
one from the
You can't escape. We can't
ATL.
help you.
Yeah.
We can't help you. You got to
Two-
escape.
Right. But if you live in California, it sucks for you. Don't come out here and vote like that.
Well, a good thing is not all of California is demented.
Yeah, which is true.
Look
So
at you from California. I just thought about it.
yeah, I am
It's
from
hard to
California.
remember that you're like one of those.
I grew up in the most
Baywatch.
liberal areas in California. I grew up in Berkeley, California,
Weren't-
guys.
Weren't you on the original Baywatch before they made the movie? You was one of those lifeguards.
Nah. Yeah, I would have grabbed that. Yeah, nah.
Yes, it's G-rated, bro. With a little
Yeah, I would have
few
grabbed.
inches, like,
Nah, don't have me on Baywatch. You're gonna kick me off real
Damn.
quick.
Well, you could have been. You didn't have to be on the movie. You could have just been one of those lifeguards in the background.
Right. Yeah. So let me. I'm on Brunelli's right now. I'm trying to price some 300 blackout.
So
And
the one thing that one of the guys was telling me, and a little bit of debate, and he said that if you use a subsonic, you're not going to get over penetration. And I said, do you realize it's a rifle bullet? We're talking about a
Yeah.
rifle bullet, bro.
who told you this?
You don't know them. These are people that
Oh.
I entertain because you
okay.
won't. How about that? I entertain these people because I know these people
Yeah,
will be.
I'll
my
walk
God.
off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or worse, you'll piss them off, and then we have a ad campaign. People are talking about, stay away from Saber Team. They suck. They suck balls. He doesn't like me, and that bald headed one is mean. Oh, bald-headed man. That's what I got one time. The bald headed one. I took my hat off. Oh, the other guy, not you. Okay, that's cool. I know what you're talking
Right.
about. Don't be
That-
upset.
to me, that's a compliment. Thank you.
I know. That's why I
Yeah.
wouldn't bring it up to you. I just smooth them over. And
Yeah.
Just don't.
Yeah, well,
don't
my-
go to Yelp.
My
Stay
wife
off
called me an asshole, and I just say thank you. I feel good. You made my day. You know what I'm saying?
So Lucky Gunner, which is another popular place, has
Mm.
150 grain. I know, 150 grain.
They don't have free shipping.
Nope, 500 rounds, and it's $330. 66 cents a round is the cheapest one.
I'm gonna show them Brunelli's.
Brunelli's, that's what I'm telling people to shop around. A lot of I hear guys saying Lucky Gunner, and it's cool. They got a lot of advertisement.
Somebody saying Lucky Gunner?
Oh yeah,
No.
not
Lucky
here.
Gun-
Not here.
Oh.
I've heard it. People talking about
Back in the
where they get
day,
ammo
Lucky Gunner used to be great, but
when
I
they
don't
first
think
came
they.
out. That's the same as that
Yeah.
that other one with the reloads. The
This
USA,
is
something.
this is Brunelli's, guys. So everything ships free always. So
That's what you're
always
looking
check them out. Everything ships free. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But if you're gonna get it, you got to get it now, because if you sit around and wait, it's gonna be too late.
Yep.
So Brunelli's.com. Check them out.
I met a guy the other day. He said he has like 4 or 5 different 10-22s. He shoots a lot of precision rifle.
So
Dude said he didn't buy ammo, 22 ammo, during the time that we couldn't find that one. bullet. Dude, he's up to now, according to him, 30,000 rounds. That's what he's doing. He said he went overboard, and then when he realized it, he had to scale back. He went out and had to buy actual containers to keep it because he doesn't think he'll be able to shoot all of it in any time in his lifetime. He shoots on a regular basis, but he's still buying ammo. He's still, so it's kind of like a give and take. So he said he was telling me about the different storage contraptions that he's come up with in order to keep his ammo fresh. And I'm like, I understand, but when you start going around and every time you walk past a store that sells ammunition, you're buying ammo,
that's a little excessive.
that might be a problem.
Yeah. So we can go back to the best round. So 223-556 is the number one. Then the number two, I'm going to say, is the 9mm carbine, 9mm round. So you can run a PCC or carbine round, and you can still get 9mm online, free shipping for $249 or $220, between $220 to $249 a case.
Right.
So that is also another good round you can use. It's it's cheaper to get with ball. You just have to put more than one round in some good places. And but with the longer barrel and the twist, it gives you a lot more accuracy, a little bit more distance, and per round. And I think probably the third will be the 300 blackout. You know what I'm saying? Because people are just now getting into it. Oh, here you go. 5.6 Grendel. I mean 6.5 Grendel. Yeah.
That's another not only niche where it's not everywhere available, but it's also pricey.
Expensive. Extremely expensive.
So my thing when this person was, how much do you train? Right? How much do you train and how much are you going to shoot it? Is it just something that you're going to have and just sit in the basement and waiting for something to kick off? Or do you go out and actually train with it? If you're going to train with it, I'm telling you, 300 blackout is not a very efficient, not only for the factor and ability of what it can do, it's a very accurate round, but I'm talking about price point, paying for it.
Most of the guys nowadays who are shooting 300 blackout are reloaders.
I'm telling you, not these young guys that I was talking to.
Okay, some of the guys I met, a lot of them are reloading.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. They probably will in the future, but I'm telling you, these guys are just getting into this. That's why.
And they're spending on 300 blackout instead of 5.56 or 223.
I said to him, I said, you got it because one, it's different. I don't know what's going on Call of Duty because I'm not there. But I said, it's because you've heard this name before. And I told him flat out,
right.
You're buying it because of name recognition. And we start talking about power factors and the effectiveness and the velocity of the round. And they're looking at me like, And I said, yeah, that's what you need to pay attention to. Because it's slower. They didn't know that. It's slower than 5.56. So I said,
but the kinetic energy is ridiculous.
That's a trade-off. Fat and slow, but very powerful, or speedy and effective. Not what you're gonna do. So you gotta balance it. And when you're talking about guys that are learning and still trying to figure out, height over bore and things like that.
What you got 125 grain 300 blackout. It's coming off the rail at 2,215 feet per second.
Is that the lightest bullet offering, or is it 100? I think 100.
The lightest bullet is a 78 grain. It's still coming off the rail at 2,800 feet per second. The kinetic energy on all from 200 to 270 and 125 is 13.6 in between 1,300 and 1,377. The kinetic energy once it hits you, you know what I'm saying, and that's going from the 90 grain and also to the 110 grain. Right. So it's gonna knock you.
I got Okay. I said that big fat. Now hold on. Yeah. Before you go to those two, I see your eyes.
Okay.
Mike says he shoots his 300 blackout rifle once a year. LOL. Ammo, not a joke. And that's my point. Thank you.
Right.
And that's the key, because you can't go to willy nilly as we can sometimes do all right. For example, November's class. That's $1,000 class at this point. Beyond
with the ammo.
With ammo, if you took a 300 blackout through that.
Yeah.
Now, Pete 3 says there's something I was going to say is 30.
Go ahead and put them up. Got to put them up.
I got you. I didn't want to do finger games.
I know. You got to put them up.
30-06 is everywhere.
Yeah,
but everywhere. But I was going to say the same thing with 30-30, because with the lever actions coming around again, that's a popular round.
You see what WK said?
What did he say?
6.5 Creedmoor. Hold on. You got it? Or you want me to get it?
I got you.
All right. 6.5 Creedmoor. It's everywhere, and the prices haven't gone down. So, okay.
Okay, down to what? Let's look that guy up, because you keep going.
Okay, that's the next thing. See, what's going to happen, 5.56 going to dry up. They're already going to the 300 blackout. And so, everybody's going to the 9mm, and that's going to dry up too. So, 6.5 is only a few people. Not a lot of people have 6.5 rifles. I don't even have one. You know what I'm saying? And but might be something I might consider of doing and getting a 6.5 upper and just going from there. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, uh, WK, we made some very good strides this year, and we're very peaceful, and we even sometimes totally agree on things. But bro, I ain't agreeing with you. This we got
How
one
much is a
dollar
round?
15 cents per round. And he's right.
Well,
I've seen it
well,
higher,
I
but
think it was $200 around at one time
that's what I said. But
when it first came out.
this is Seller and Bellot, and it's
Yeah.
below, whichever, if you're French. I don't want to be offensive.
So
And it's 140 grain soft point bullet. So you're going to get deer. And then
right.
this one over here is $22.99, $1.15 per round. It's available
Right.
today.
Yeah, and WK said 308 Win Mag is and 7.62 by 51.
Yeah, but do we have semis on that? Do we have semis on that?
But Henry, now all those heavy rounds are good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so but the average Joe out here can't walk down the street. So now you're gonna give this guy a combat loadout with a 30-06 or a 308, and dude, you're gonna have a heat casualty, especially in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And carrying all that gear. Mm-hmm. You remember? Well, I'm not even gonna bring that up.
Yeah, I know exactly. We had demonstrations of people who came down here, and we never called. Nobody here needed them, but they showed up anyway in mass at the park. The park with the big Confederate joint on the top.
Yeah,
and those jokers came down and they passed out, and they were all black because you kept laughing at them, and I said, "Don't laugh at them," and they're trying, and he kept laughing because one thing he said was, "Why are they wearing black?" First thing you said to me when we were looking at it, he said, "Why are they wearing all black?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Watch." He's just absorbing all the heat. Sure enough, eyes started rolling the back of the head, the knees stopped locking, and boop, people passing out. So that's what happens, especially when you don't know. But then you add on the weight of those bullets, because the thing that I told the guy is
everybody
adds of the bullets.
Everybody adds bullets, no water. Okay. Everybody does it, and you see them all the time. See them at the range every day. Bullets, no water, no available way to carry water. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I love it.
Yep.
But there's another secret round that everybody's forgetting about.
This guy.
The 5.7.
PSA, can you please send us the code?
It's not just PSA. I have 5.7 and Ruger 5.7 and Diamondback 5.7 and PSA. And I also have the Smith & Wesson M&P 5.7. So 5.7 is the round to carry. You can double your ammo load. The rounds are still around 47 to 50 cents a round. Mm-hmm. And they're for right now. You can still buy armor piercing.
Because remember, for a while there, that round went out of sight. That round, price-wise, it went out of sight. There was no way people were buying that. And especially the one that came from FN. When, was it Aguila? Mm-hmm. There's two other companies, Federal and another company. It might be Aguila or the one from Philippines. They came out with a round, and that had brought the price down. Like, literally.
Yeah, not a lot of people were making the rounds because they didn't have – the only gun they had was an FN 5.7.
Right, and then your people came
the
up
Model
with another
1
ammunition, another round. Mm-hmm. They offered in a PSA came up with another. I don't call them. That's your family now. So your family.
Yeah, Mike Smith says we need that water.
Yeah,
yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And you see these cats wearing.
We do a class and when we out there and we're the only source of water because the people who show up don't bring water at all.
Yeah,
like nothing. Not even a pouch, not even a water bottle. Like stop at the grocery store and pick up some water.
Right.
Yep. So I agree with that. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that because I was gonna get my man over here with that one. Yep.
22 Magnum, same ballista as a 5.7,
and much cheaper.
Right.
The problem, the reliability.
Yes, and I have one of those.
Yep.
I have it. I don't shoot it. You know what I'm saying? And you got to keep it extremely clean.
Is it a rifle or a pistol?
Pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
so Mike says also that he's going to pick up 45 ACP. So I think that's added in the mix as you were mentioning the 9mm earlier.
Oh,
Especially,
yeah, you can pick up 45 ACP online, still free shipping, and they got some deals going on right now. That's because nobody's buying 45, so you better
you know
jump on
why?
that too.
You know why?
Mm-mm.
America's run out of men.
Yeah, you're right, and you are right because not a lot of guys want. You look at what we had, the event we had on Friday. Only one guy came out there with a 1911, and it was
That's
a
it.
beautiful Springfield.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but nobody else, everybody
We had a
else.
38. We had a was it a Model 19? I think it
Oh,
was
he had the Colt 45. The other guy had the Colt 45.
45. Right.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah. That the last guy. Right.
yeah. And so, but all these new cats, everybody's going for these high end 9mm,
Well,
and
and
hmm?
miniature ones.
And miniature guns.
Right.
Yeah,
The micro guns.
yeah,
Everybody wants a micro gun.
right. Even
And
though,
the thing that I hear all that on that note that you just said, everyone wants a micro gun because they said it's easy to conceal. But I say to them, remember when
that,
when that gun was invented in probably 1909 when it first came out, in 1911 when it started to get popular, people were hiding that gun. Men were hiding that gun. And mind you, we dressed differently back then. All right, and that's what I give them
had
both
suits,
ways.
jackets.
You could kiss. I knew you was coming. And I'll get back to you.
Real.
Hold that one.
I'm putting it up. I'm putting it up.
I
Real
knew
men
you was
don't wear
coming. I did
flower
it for you.
power Hawaiian shirts.
I knew you was coming. I was setting you. I said, look, I'm going to see what he says today. Because you got on my marijuana shirt last time. And it's not marijuana, it's palm leaves.
Man.
But,
That's so funny.
But yeah, so when you look at it, they hid that gun. All the gangsters in the 1930s and 40s, they hid that 1911 and the government model, not the commander.
You know what it is.
What's that?
All these new cats don't want to wear loose fitting clothes. They're too busy trying to wear nut hugger pants and tight shirts, even if they're big dudes. It's like dress to conceal,
right?
And you won't have a problem.
It is hard.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, I can understand women doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not wanting to wear tight clothes because they always want to be showing off their figure, even if someone's figure doesn't need to be shown off.
Some of their figures are a big circle.
Yeah, and don't even get me started.
But the thing is, when you look at it that way, right? Then the mindset, because back then at 45, and when people say the semi-automatic's jam, you got to equate that to the 1911 because that's the Jam-O-Matic. That's the problem.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It was also ammunition situation and magazines, right? So they've overcome that, and it's a lot better product now.
I have a good 45, several.
Me too.
At this point,
100 years later, it's finally working. So, but at the same time, when we start talking about the round, especially coming out of a say 12 to 16-inch barrel, you got something formidable at that point. Right.
Yeah.
See,
okay.
And I talked about this kind of gun the other day.
Go ahead, Matt. You got it.
Mike says he has a Chris Vector in 45 ACP, and he have lots of these shirts. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. See, we're gonna have to do more with Instagram, man. I like the Instagram people. They understand class. This guy over here.
As soon as we get your Instagram up, then we can have them both going. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Man, oh man. But anyway, but back to that, and then you look at it, we're talking about without it being suppressed. So if you do the suppressor, right, now you're getting that silence, or not silence, but you're getting a quieter round, right? And hunters and 300 Blackout do pretty good with.
See, everybody's afraid of blowing your eardrums out when shooting. Yeah, so you're not.
But how many rounds you shooting if you go hunting? If you're taking 5 shots at one damn day, you should stop hunting.
I ain't talking about hunting. I ain't talking about hunting.
I'm talking about real applications, not what you want. I'm not talking about your dream, your birthday party. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about right now. Nothing's happening. No shit at the fan. Just right now, the practical use of a 300 Blackout. And that would be if you went hunting and you got to suppress. That's what everybody keeps complaining. They want the Suppressor Act to be passed based upon being able to hunt and not wear air protection and go out to the range and shoot it on a regular basis. Is that practical? That's the bottom line of all this. Even this question: is it practical, and is it the best round to have, say, in a home defense situation?
But they're gonna use it. I mean, these guys are
Oh, I
running
know
300 blackout with suppress with
these young
with
cats that I was
stubbies.
talking to, I know if they get the
They
opportunity,
got
they let
stubbies.
loose.
They're running 7-inch barrels with 300 blackout and suppress, and that's the
Dude.
first thing they're gonna grab.
And I think that it's more effective at that range for that bullet. And correct me if I'm wrong. Black Chalk knows too. See, thank you.
What's
And he
that?
said
Okay,
expensive too. 300
Black Chalk.
blackout, too expensive. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
So my
yeah.
point is, I know these young guys. These young guys definitely they'll let loose with that. If somebody buzz in their place or they get the opportunity, they will regret that. I guarantee you, because they're trying to get better. But it was just a discussion, like food for thought, as I was talking to them as far as practicing. Is it a practical round of practice? And then my thing was, this is since we've belabored it so long, that you can get an upper and flip it because it's
Yes, you
the
can.
same lower. So
That's what I
then it
did.
was then
That's
the
what I
light
did.
shine, and I said, you still can have your 300 and eat the cake too.
Yeah, you just got to
Same
keep those rounds
magazines.
separately. You can't be messing around.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that
So
is
if you're gonna run 300 blackout, only take 300 blackout. Don't you be trying to swap those barrels out and do all that stuff.
or
You know what I'm
dedicated
saying?
magazines, even though they're the same magazines, mark them
Yeah,
300 and
yeah,
5.56, 223, whatever you want to do. Keep them separate because if you start doing that, you get accustomed to it and then you have mistakes. And we all are
yeah. You
human.
only need one.
Oh,
And you're gonna have a catastrophic failure.
whole thing
You know what I'm
line
saying?
up, just blow out. Poof.
Yeah. So WK said, but you can take 223 and 5.56 brass and reload it to 300 blackout. Yes, we haven't even gotten to the reloads.
Right.
You can do that with the reloads, but not every
Ooh.
not every. Oh, we get to not
Go with it. I
everybody's
know.
reloading.
I just get
Not
excited.
everybody's reloading.
Yeah,
And Black Chalk, he's slapping everybody.
that's right. He's coming with the fire.
If you're not suppressing that 300 blackout, then it's pointless.
It's
But
completely
only if
pointless.
it's completely pointless. Only if you're running. Yeah, yeah, suppressing it. Yeah,
He said
it's
if you're
complete.
not suppressing it, it's
It's
not even
complete.
worth not even dealing with it.
Oh, it's not deal. Yeah,
Not even
buying
dealing
the
with it.
buying the
He said it's
ammunition.
completely pointless, right? And
Yeah,
that's what
because
I'm
it's too
saying. And
expensive.
that was what I said to those guys. I was being nice
Hmm.
for the show, but that's what I said to those guys. I said you're wasting your money and you're wasting your opportunities because you get more effectiveness out of this and practicality, where you can take this to the range, shoot it on your heart's content, get better at shooting, get better
But
at running your rifle,
were there
manual arms, and all of that.
were theirs suppressed?
No, no,
Oh, it
not
wasn't suppressed.
not even
Okay.
a thought of giving a suppressor. Until I said that, they didn't. I'm telling you, they were new guys, so I didn't beat them up too bad. But they did not realize that the rifle should be suppressed to get the maximum effect
The
out of it.
max effectiveness out of it.
That's
Yeah.
what they didn't understand that, and I was explaining it to them because they were stocking up, and they were telling me how much more they were going to buy and where do you get your ammo OG, and I was like, bro, you guys are doing this wrong. I said, get a 5.56. So at the end of arguing and beating them up and dragging them through the mud, then I told them get it lower and get it upper.
No, only thing they have to do is get the upper.
No,
Yeah,
right,
they can
I'm saying
keep the
get
standard lower.
a 5.56 lower. Get 5.56 magazines. I told them the whole thing we just talked about.
Oh, okay.
Get
Yeah.
5.56 magazines, mark them separate from the 300 blackout magazines, and just switch it around. I said,
You
so
blew their
want
minds
for
when you
home
told them
defense?
all that, didn't you?
Oh, dude, yeah, because they didn't realize. I'm telling you, it was crazy because I showed them the magazine. I took one of my magazines out and I showed them my 5.56 magazine. I showed them it's just the same magazine. I took
Yeah.
a bullet and put it in, showed them, same thing. I said, you can't get as many in here as there. And I don't know all the dimensions of 300 because I don't do that. But I do know
Right.
that it's capable. And when I
Yeah.
showed them, it was like I could have been that, what's that guy that, Houdini, let's just call it a magician. They were like,
Right.
whoa, yeah, dude, it does work like that. Mike said all his 300 blackouts are OD green, and he don't need any mistakes. I agree, bro. And you know, like I know, being human, it can happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Oh
all
yeah.
you got to know. It's just being human. We all, and I know Mike, the dude sitting next to me, WK, Black Chalk, P3, I'm getting to know 702. We all human. I would turn my back to any of these guys with guns in their hand. But I'm telling you, as a human being, we may make a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Black Chalk said a bunch of new shooters get 300 blackout with no intentions of getting a suppressor. Just like that, bullet is bigger.
Right.
Yeah, but you can. There's companies that make several large bullets,
Mm-hmm.
um, AR style,
Yep.
and
And you can do 7.62 39.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you
There's a
you
whole
want a
bunch
30
of stuff.
caliber bullet, you can do that. You can do 30 30. You can do 30-06, 308. If that's
Hmm.
the whole point is that you just want a big bullet, you can do that. But the
Right,
thing is, you got to research and not get enamored by Call of Duty or whatever other games out there. You know that they're shooting in fantasy world.
right. Call of Duty.
Yep. Well, there's another one. There's a couple other. You know, they were giving it to me because I'm like, where do you learn this stuff? And then they were telling me stuff, and I'm listening, and I'm again not like you, even though inside my head I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. But outside I was like, well, tell me more. And they're telling me about all these different games, and they let and you, and I'm like, that's cool.
Oh,
So I'm giving them the flip side, like, all right, that's a good resource, you get it, but now go to reality, go to websites, go look it up, and find out more about that, other than some damn bio on a damn game. And Mike says it does
yeah.
happen. Mike Smith, 7 Mike Smith on
Yeah.
Instagram says it does happen.
Yeah, mistakes. He's
Everybody
talking about mistakes.
And
So
even at high levels.
yeah, and WK said 300 blackout is a caliber around
Mm-hmm. Is it 30?
compatible with the 7.62 by 39.
Thank you.
No
See,
need to suppress.
we're back. We're back. Because you know that's the first thing I'm grabbing.
What's that?
7.62 39.
Oh,
All three of my picks. You made 3 picks. All my picks are 7.6 39. That's it.
yeah.
And I'm
Mine
not
is
Russian, and I'm not a Russian bot, but I was.
the reason. This is the
Let me
reason.
give my 2
If-
cents. I was totally against it. I was totally against it. All my law enforcement days was a commie round. I shot IPSC back then. Then I started doing 3-gun, and I saw it a few times, and it was like, dude, I can't believe he's got that 7.62 39. How did he come out here with that? It was America, and I was totally the first time I shot a 7.62 39 round was through a SKS, and that was like. I heard the angels in the ear, in my ear, and next thing I know, I got one AK, and the next AK, and then it was like, I like AKs. I love AKs. So that's it.
Okay.
That's why it's my all 3 of my rounds.
right.
Or maybe a 30-30 lever action.
I'm
Mike
not
says
doing
Call
that.
of Duty, and that'll get you killed.
Yeah, it will.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mine will always be the 5.56 first.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nasty bullet, and if you can throw a lot of rounds with it. 7.62 is the same thing, but it's a lot heavier. Okay, and I'm always looking at a weight factor. I'm always looking at weight with ammunition. Yeah,
But you have a different use for it than I do. You're waiting for the day that you get the call, and
But-
you have to meet up with your boys.
but my favorite now is the 5.7 for round count.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's still a deadly round. Even you shot it over the Friday, and you enjoyed it. And so that's my new thing.
It is definitely. I could see the actual effectiveness and practicality of that. Not only, especially that last one we dealt with the foldaway one. You can put that almost anywhere. You can take that everywhere. You know, as long as there's no detectors, you're fine. But
Yeah.
my thing is, you have different applications again. I'm
Yeah,
funding
I
the
do.
Sun. I'm funding the Sun. Take it to the range.
Yeah, I have different applications.
I'm only
Yeah,
attacking cardboard, bro. You're
Yeah.
looking for a skirmish. I'm a cardboard killer.
Okay. You better. I'm telling you guys, you better be prepared and more than just cardboard.
Right. I
You know what I'm
am,
saying?
but I'm just telling you the practicality of one happening the other. Like I can almost guarantee you, I'll be at the range sometime this week. I can almost guarantee you that. I don't know what you want is going to be sometime this week or next week or which way are you? Let me see. Which way? Yeah,
Oh.
this one. That one. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what is going to happen next week, but I do know that I'll make a range trip. You
Right.
may not get that call from your boys. Hey, meet me outside.
Right. I
It's
know.
time.
Yeah.
Let's
Right.
ride. Let's
Yeah.
ride.
It just takes me a lot longer to get to the range, but I do get out
Well,
there.
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying that the comparison of what you want to do with yours and what I'm planning to do with mine. Yeah, we'll leave that. Move to the next one.
Yeah,
So
we're not gonna talk about that.
Instagram, we hit the mark on Instagram. I think it's only an hour.
Yeah. So Instagram's gonna shut down. It already should have. Yeah, it just shut
It
down.
just
I
did.
think.
Yep.
Yeah. Big Mike said, yeah, he's all the same way and loved 7.62. Yeah, he's gone. So it just shut down. That's why you guys on Instagram, if you're on Instagram, you gotta come on over because it will shut you down.
Yeah, we got the full production on the two other platforms, the Rumble
Mm-hmm.
and YouTube.
Yep.
And we appreciate everybody that's we see the increase in the views and the shares. Really appreciate you guys. And just take a minute to say that. We really appreciate it. We see it. We're organic and we're building.
And I think we went through the gamut on those rounds right there. Oh, we had an event Saturday, Friday, guys.
Oh yeah.
It was a Libertarian Party. We hosted an event for Edgar Mills.
So anybody out there watching from the Libertarian Party, we appreciate you guys. Had a good time. Edgar, whenever you get back, we'll see you then. But appreciate you too.
Yeah, and keep your head down. And other than that, man, those are our best rounds. Some of the things I've been studying. I've been really focusing on. I have focused all my life on 5.56. My whole life has been focused on 5.56. I had. I didn't recently start getting into 7.62 until about 2012. That's when I got into 7.62. I always wanted 7.62, but it was just something about it. I never really gravitated toward it. So, but now, I got a 300 blackout. It's not suppressed, but I have it just as a tool, just in case somebody need a gun. You know what I'm saying? And but my main study and focus now is all going toward the 5.7. I'm really doing a lot of research and study into the 5.7, the ballistics, the weight, the caliber, the gun, and it's amazing some of the stuff you can read about this thing. And but I'll always go to 5.56 first if I can get to it. You know what I'm saying? But majority, I'm not going to have that big hunk of change sitting around me all the time. I can carry a 7.62 on my hip, sitting next to the car. You know what I'm saying? I can't carry
7.62 on your hip.
5.56.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be nice to carry 7.62 on my
listening,
hip.
I'm
Yeah.
like, bro.
Yeah. A 5.7, you can carry it on your hip. You can carry it sitting next to you in the car, and it has the capabilities of going from a pistol to a rifle immediately. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I've been looking at. You're looking at 5.56. It's a heavy round, and if you carry over 300 rounds, you're lugging a beast. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I can double the ammo load in the 5.7, and the bag is still lighter than the 5.56, and it's more concealable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
that I was gonna say, didn't you do some measurements on that?
yeah, I did measurements. I did weight in bags. I did round counts, magazine counts. I did a whole bunch of stuff on that. It was on one of the shows we did, and broke it down to, what was in the bag, how much rounds, and everything. And it still came out to 5.7. Met every expectation in weight and more round count, than the 5.56.
Okay.
In an urban environment, it'd probably be ideal. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to get into some real heavy stuff, yeah, I would go with 5.56 because you need the distance and you need the knockdown. And you can still do it with the 5.7, but it's It's not going to be a readily available round to replenish. That's the only other problem. Not everybody's going to be carrying that round. Everybody will be carrying a 5.56. You know, go figure.
Right.
Because it's a NATO round. So that's what you got to look at. NATO rounds is the best thing to do if you're going to get a long-term conflict. Short-term conflict, you can carry whatever you want to carry. All right, guys. Let's see. We had a great show. Appreciate you guys coming out and supporting the show. And keep your heads down, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Buy food, buy ammunition, buy water for the house. You know? And
essentials. Can't eat bullets and survive.
Yeah. Have enough stuff for your house for at least a couple months. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not just a couple days, a couple months.
Right.
Other than that, man, I guess we'll see you on the range. What you got, Al?
Hey, man. Protect the Second Amendment.
Yep.
Use our code, SABRE.
Yeah. That's right. And
get your discount.
And we'll see you guys later.
Out. Hey.